Hello everyone, and welcome to my EastEnders Media News channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. When George Knight was looking for solace after his mother Gloria passed away, he discovered it on his ex-wife Cindy Beale's lips in EastEnders. Viewers of BBC One will remember that in recent moments of the drama set in London, the former boxing champion has been losing control after losing his mother during the early stages of their reconciliation. Many unresolved issues regarding George's parentage were raised after his adoptive father, Eddie Knight, was found guilty of killing his real father, Henry Kofi Asare, in another instance. Unsurprisingly, a tornado of feelings has engulfed the beloved character. But despite Elaine Peacock's, Harriet Thorpe, offer of assistance, George has been determined to keep his fiancée out of his life, and the only person who can reach him is his ex-wife Cindy Beale, Michelle Collins, who he formerly knew as Rose Knight. In Tuesday's, April 16, 2024, episode of EastEnders, George's battle persisted after he realized he was losing contact with his family when Gloria's brother informed him that Eddie was cleaning out their home after being released from prison. George stormed out of the Vic, his sadness taking over, especially because an imprisoned Eddie had forbidden him from attending Gloria's funeral. A bewildered Cindy called Elaine out for not following him. Despite being helpless, Elaine persisted in her stance and asked her opponent to give her fiancé some space. However, the evil pursued George by marching to the beat of her own drum. The episode had multiple references to Cindy and George's marriage, and their obvious connection culminated in a heartfelt moment in the boxing den towards the conclusion when Cindy persisted in her will to support George through his hardship and George awkwardly planted a kiss on her hand. When they talked of Lucy Beale's 10-year dead, George referred to the tragic period as the week that changed everything. Before their kiss marked the end of the installment, Cindy said, "Maybe we had to go through everything to get to this point." As fans turned to X in a fury, bar owner Elaine spoke with Patrick Truman, who is about to experience his own heartache, without realizing the deception. Since George has been at the center of several major stories in recent months, some viewers of soap operas were furious, believing that he was overshadowing the legends of Albert Square. Well, yay, another George plot, tonight's Duff Duff, on the heels of Identity Problem, Baby Farming, the death of the true mother, the murder of the adoptive mother, underground boxing, and now kissing Cindy. One viewer wrote, FFS #EastEnders, give George Knight a rest, sick of him now. He really is Mick Carter 2.0, as in getting big storylines one after the other, the enraged soap opera watcher continued. Yet ever since the major comeback storyline with him and Cindy, Adam Woodyard has had all to do as Ian Beale. Give up forcing George Knight and his unimportant relatives down our throats. This George storyline needs to end, chimed in another, while a third said the same thing, adding, not even shocked at Cindy and George bored of it now. Another ex-user groaned, Cindy and George kissing, what a shock, while a last admirer joked, how long before George and Cindy get back together? Though it's hard to picture Ian and Elaine together. George and Cindy were once wed, with the former living as Rose Knight and the latter under protection. When he made his EastEnders debut the previous year, Cindy, sometimes known as Rose, was mentioned since it was rumored that she had abandoned George and their two kids, Gina and Anna. Linda Carter even believed for a while that George had more information concerning Rose's disappearance than he was disclosing. When Rose Knight was subsequently discovered to be none other than Cindy Beale, who had been thought dead for decades, soap viewers assumed she would be causing problems for George and Elaine's romance when she returned to Albert Square. The East End drama debuted in 1985, but viewers were taken aback when they learned that one of its most enduring characters, actress Gillian Tailforth's Kathy Beale, was actually quite old for a soap opera. Gillian, who is 68 years old in real life and is also well known for her roles in Footballers' Wives and Hollyoaks, is supposedly supposed to be 74 in EastEnders' Kathy. Some admirers found it too much when a perceptive observer pointed out that she will be 80 years old when her on-screen son Ben is freed from prison in America in 2030. The fan disclosed on Twitter, which was once known as X, "Do you want your heads wrecked? I recently discovered that when Ben is released from prison, Kathy will be 80 years old. 80? What the heck, man? "Oh my God," exclaimed one spectator, while another asked, "Why would you say this?" "Wow, I didn't need to know that," exclaimed a third. Actress Jillian's allegedly ageless appearance drew comments from others, one of whom wrote, "She still looks 40 to me. She is ageless. She still looks younger than Ian Beale, her other on-screen son, though," someone other commented. "She appears stunning." One additional person said, "Why do you appear younger than your son? It cracks me up when I see her with Ian." The news follows the earlier report that Max Bowden, who plays Kathy's son Ben, was leaving the serial opera after being charged with credit card theft during his stay in the US last year. He attempted to flee with his daughter Lexi at first, but he was soon apprehended and sent to a jail, from whence he was extradited to the United States to face trial. Ben's situation worsened even further on Thursday night's episode when he called his father Phil Mitchell from prison to inform him that he had been given a 6-year prison sentence, which means he won't be out until 2030. After 5 years, actor Max stepped down from his role as Ben, although the BBC serial has not yet stated if this will be the final time we see the character. Actor Max posted on Instagram to say to his followers, "It's been an incredible journey. I'm grateful that you all embraced Ben and accepted my interpretation of him. I learned so much about myself and the art I adored during my incredible 5 years at EastEnders. It helped me get through some really difficult personal periods for which I will always be grateful. I truly do appreciate every single person who has sent me positive vibes over the last 5 years. I love you all. I really will never be able to thank everybody for the support enough, because the show's fans are so passionate, caring, and invested, and it enables us as actors to want to keep going and always be better." Ben Mitchell, 6.0 Outside and In. Goodbye. You're all going to be missed. X. Next week on the BBC soap opera EastEnders, viewers may anticipate drama, heartbreak, and revelations. A family comes together to honor a tragic character from the play that passed away 10 years ago. There's another long episode where a bunch of characters are featured. While another inhabitant finds herself enticed to get back up with an old sweetheart, one character seeks to get in touch with an estranged family member. Yolanda Truman experiences some upsetting moments in which a character she trusts sexually abuses her. And there's a baby bombshell that follows the reappearance of a well-known face. These are the main events that will take place in Walford the following week. Next week, EastEnders will introduce the enigmatic son of George Knight. Since learning that his father, Eddie Knight, was accountable for the death of his biological father, George, Colin Salmon, has been going through difficult times. Eddie has forbidden his mother Gloria from getting in touch with him since he found out about her support for Eddie. Eddie is appearing in court this week. Next week on the BBC soap opera, George has to call his estranged son Junior to inform him of the family news, but when he does, he gets his voicemail. This puts him in a terrible situation. Maybe we will meet Junior after all. Next week, a significant return to EastEnders will feature a character making a comeback to Walford. As they get ready to honor the memories of his late wife Lola, Jay has been busy training for the marathon with Honey. But when Jay gets a message from Nadine saying she has to talk to him right now, he's taken aback.